Hello, friends. Top of the morning, evening, afternoon, and good night to one and all. It is Monday, December 16th at 10 o'clock in the morning. We are fresh as shit. Reason why we're doing a little bit early? Oh, Jordan just jumping right into it. The reason why we're doing a little bit early is because I have somebody coming up.
Someone's going to come in the house today, and they're going to drill my holes.
That's it? Okay.
That's him. Well, at least we got
for
somebody.
the TV.
We have somebody coming in to mount a TV in a very awkward spot where there's a bunch of electrical wires, and someone doing the ceiling fan inside of the bathroom. So if I have to go midway through it, depending on how far we are into the stream, will dictate, whatever. So thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Monkey. Thank you, John. How's everybody feeling?
Pretty good.
Flabbergasted.
How about
Something
yourself?
happened.
Flabbergasted. Jordan looks like he's seen better days. How's your sleeping, Jordan?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Cat over here, cat
getting
over
there.
here, cat over there.
Are the cats there yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the honeymoon period's over.
It's been over for years. They're here.
So do we want to jump into the topics, or do we want to just kind of loosen up the chat a little bit?
Let's loosen up the chat a little bit.
Let's jam out, Daz out.
Yeah, look at Look at shoulders over there. Come on, Jordan. Show me your shoulders. There we go. We're all loosey goosey. Yeah.
A little bit of a chimmy.
Why no shimmy, Jimmy?
So I've been getting this thing on my Facebook. I do apologize if I'm not super excited today, guys. I got a bit of a headache, a stomach ache, and I don't know, an ass ache. But I've been seeing this thing on my feed, and I thought it was literally adult film shit. I don't know. Just because of the title of it, I said, why would this be recommended on Facebook? This can't actually be authorized. No one would be promoting this. And I have yet to click the link. But and then yesterday I was browsing YouTube, uploading, and sure enough, it was on there as well. And I was like, what is this story? And then Bree was like, well, this is a good story that I think we should cover. And I never looked at it. But I'm sure somebody here, aside from me, had to have this recommended on their feed. It does have to do with porn, but it doesn't have to do with porn the way that you think it does. It's not super, I guess the story is super sensitive. Do you want me to tell you the story, or do you just want me to play you the video?
Probably best to play the video.
Play the video. Probably best to play the video. Okay. Actually, that.
I'm gonna get comfortable.
Well, that's the after effect. Okay, so I didn't read the title. Let me tell you what happened.
Oh, you could just play it. It explains it.
Oh, it does?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Okay, because it's only a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure picking a longer one would be intelligent.
All right.
It's not for the weak, girls. If I'm honest, it was hard.
Having sex with 100 men in a single day was not what OnlyFans model Lilly Phillips expected it to be. After offering her male fans a chance to sleep with her, the 23-year-old details the not safe for work experience in a recent documentary with YouTuber Josh Peters. And according to Lilly, the 14-hour stunt in which she gave each man 2 to 5 minutes to do the deed was not for the weak. She admits in a video published December 7th,
It's not for the weak, girls. If I'm honest, it was hard. I don't know if I'd recommend it.
Like more intense than you thought it might?
Definitely.
That's pretty good.
Sorry.
Okay. Just take
1 minute.
In fact, Lilly had to excuse herself to cry in another room shortly after performing the feat, saying that it was definitely more intense than she thought. She can be seen getting emotional while explaining that she constantly feels pressure to give the men a good time.
I guess the interactions weren't like, I'd have to stop them early and you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go. And the awkward interaction of you feeling pressure to have to make them come if you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't, like, you didn't give them a good time because, like, they only got 2 minutes.
The London-based influencer adds that several men even tried guilt-tripping her into extending their time together.
Yeah, and it's hard, I think, having the interactions with them when they're like, what, you're not going to make me finish? I've come all this way. Like, kind of like guilt-tripping me a little bit. I think sometimes, like, feeling so, like, robotic. Like, by I think, like, the 30th, you know, like, when we're getting on a bit, I've got, like, a routine of, like, how we're going to do this. And, like, it just, sometimes you'd, like, disassociate and be like, you know, like, it's not, like, normal things at all.
And while her room was littered with condoms at the end of the night, Lilly recounts how she's feeling both physically and mentally by the end.
Surprisingly, downstairs is not really sore.
Okay.
It's more just tired.
And this isn't the end for Lilly. She revealed in a November video shared on X, "Last week I did 101 guys. This was just the warm-up because in February I'm going to be the first person ever to reach 4 digits of guys all in one day."
So that's where society is now.
Well, let me just say this. I actually met the chick that did triple digits. She was a star. We said the word porn already. She was a porn star, and she did triple digits in, I think, 18 hours or 16 hours. When you see these, the way that they work, it's not how your mind thinks it is. It's not something that, you know, where it's very structured. I'll say that. It's not something where it's like, done, done. It's, you have 3 minutes based off your jam. You have 2 minutes based off your jam. You have 5 minutes based off your jam. So it's very specific. But I don't know about you guys, right? Like, the way that I see it is that is next level attention grabbing.
To say the least.
I agree.
That's ruined for life.
Not really.
Value zero.
Not really.
Well, it kind of ruins
she
her,
cried
Jordan,
for a
because
bit.
when her kid looks up her mom's name one day, she's in the
Oh.
world records for having sex in a confined amount
I
of
thought
time.
you meant the other way. I mean, she was crying for a little bit, but then after that she announces, "Oh, I got another goal." So it's not that hard, and it's not that mentally destroying for you because you're now going for 4 digits. So it is doable.
Well, because
Rather
you
that
gotta
than
grab
having
the
an actual
fame.
job. Yeah.
I'm willing to bet the mental destruction
complain
comes
then.
afterwards.
There are
I would be so
I have
surprised.
so many feelings towards this. You're a whore, 1. 2, you can't take any money for it because it's prostitution. 3, you did this as a stunt. 4, where do you stop? 5, like, I could go all day with this. Like, you made no money. None.
Oh, nothing?
But
No,
she's
you
an
can't.
OnlyFans model, and these men were invited, so it's probably top
You can't just
donors.
invite people from OnlyFans, though, because now it's a
did.
gambling or a lottery.
3,000
Oh.
minutes.
You understand, there's much more to it behind the scenes. I can't just take... So when it comes to sex, right, there can't be any form of exchange of money or goods. None. And if I'm doing a lottery of pool, that means that if you're a $4 hazer, and I'm like, we're going to do an orgy, me and everybody, all the hazers, I can't give you special treatment because you're doing $200 and then Jordan's doing $4. You both have to be equal opportunity, which also means that there would have to be somebody that is a freeloader in there because now it's not a lottery. It's not by chance. It's just, you understand? There's more semantics in it than just 100 people.
So, but maybe
You
it's
can
just
still make money from the
stunt or
content or
something
no?
because that's 1,000 people, and she says in 24 hours that's not possible.
There was someone who said it's physically impossible to do 1,000, that it could cause internal damage.
There's someone that's in their 800s or 700s. I met the girl that did like 280 or 300.
Yeah, but that would take 3 minutes a pop is 3,000 minutes
You
divided by
got,
60
and you
is
have
50
how
hours.
many things that you could use at once? Vagina, asshole, 2 hands, mouth. That's 5 people you could bang out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it
I'd
has
be
to be.
bummed if I went there and I got a hand. Like,
Like shit, I was a 4th in line hoping to get anal. You really who does it in that category? Ass, pussy, mouth, hand. Right? Like
yeah.
shit. Come on, man. Specifically.
Barely worth the gas money.
And then you got voyeurs, right? Voyeurs count. So no, I mean, or you could even do 7 at a time. You want to get wild, and then you got some dude eating some jams.
Where's the other 2?
No, there's somebody like licking her jams.
But
well,
there's 2 people down there. There's not enough room.
No, that don't mean no thing.
So, wait,
Hey,
1,
feet
2,
as well.
3, 4.
Oh,
5.
the feet, yeah, feet job. I'm sure out of 1,000 people, there's 2 dudes in there that want a foot job. Man, you are gonna be the workout of your life because I mean you get good arm, bicep, ab work, neck work, leg work, foot work. Like this is gonna be the workout of your life. Forget your pussy. Your muscles are beat.
You're gonna need a lot of preppers as well.
I don't know if they had any.
What about your
flippers.
security? Nobody's wondering about that. You're gonna need security.
Parking space.
They all came in a U-Haul truck.
Carpool.
They all came in a school bus. A good old-fashioned pump and dump.
1,000 people? Oh, that's an all other logistic. You have to go to the bathroom. I have to.
Oh yeah, they asked her when she consumed food. That was part of the article.
How long did it take? Did they say?
14 hours.
See, that's bad timing. That's bad. Look
And
up.
men complained.
I don't want to say her name in here, but if you look up Guinness record, well, I didn't meet I met the blonde hair chick. That's all I'll say. She did it in 18 hours in France.
Yep.
She's 400 or 380 something. That's a lot. It's a lot going on there.
Do they go by who showed up first or by penis diameter?
They go by who she selects for the first 10. And the
so
last
she just
10?
has a portfolio of penises? She's like, that'll do?
No, that's on the spot, on the fly. And all these men are ready. And the last 10 are usually the largest. Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
It does,
if I was
it
gonna
does
make
go
an
by
orgy,
size.
I'd have a cutoff. I'd be like, if you can't fit
No, you
through
wouldn't.
this,
No, you wouldn't. Because by 96, you'd be like, I don't even know what's happening. Can I go home? And then you got Long John Johnson coming in with a fucking 4th leg. You're going to be like, oh, all right, we're back in the mix. Let's get it going.
Well, that's an unfair bias. I have to wait longer, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
'Cause you'll
Matty,
ruin it
you're in the last bracket. You're in the 90th percentile, bro.
Damn it.
Good luck.
Just
Bring
arrive a
a
little
puzzle or
later.
something to amuse myself.
Nah, no fluffers there. There wouldn't be any fluffers there. That's not. I wouldn't say it's that organized. 14 hours.
Wow, but the French one, she had preppers as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think they all do because it's
You have to.
possible.
When you're trying to get those kind of numbers, you got to be at the cusp, right? Like you got to be right there.
Yeah, that was the case, but they brought them almost to the brink of.
Yep.
Then they
Literally,
went in, they did a few
You
pulls
just
and,
tap. All right, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah.
Tap. I'm done.
so does it count if they don't ejaculate?
I see. I don't know. It depends on. God, this stream is yucky.
Maybe that's why they have the 2 or 3 minutes. So if they complete the entire,
What did she
2
say?
minutes,
2 to
they-
5 or 2 to 3?
2 to
2 to
5.
3. Oh, to the 5.
2 to 5. Yes.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, but
long.
a couple.
Yeah, 5
were
minutes. I
complaining,
mean, even
right,
me and
that
Bree,
did.
we've been fucking for, I don't know, going on 10 years here every day, and 5 minutes is long.
Well, 5 minutes, like, because what men do, like, before they have sex with a woman for the first time is they, like, play with it. You know, they try to get it desensitized. So these men are going into it thinking, I'm going to have sex with a girl that I'm paying on OnlyFans. Whoop, whoop. Let me make sure I last a while.
What does
for
it
her,
say
and they don't
about
even get to
you,
come.
though? All right, let's backtrack for a moment. What does it say about you as a dude?
Right?
I'm
That
serious.
there's
What does that
just
say about you?
dudes
So
waiting?
you're telling me all 100 of those dudes are not married or have a girlfriend, right? We could
That's
rule
why they
that
don't
out.
want to be on camera.
It's either.
Okay,
They
that's
said, "Do not
even
film
worse.
me."
See, if I'm gonna be part of this and I'm gonna be number one, I'm gonna say, Bree, listen, don't worry about it, sweetheart. I'll let you cuss me up. I'll go in. I'm ready to go. Okay. I just want to be the number one dude on the credits because I don't want you to roll the. No one's gonna stick around for number 100. Well, I would.
I would watch the first few and then skip to like 98.
Yeah, no one cares. Like, no one's gonna give a shit about 46. You know, 40. Wait, hold on. Switching. I don't want to switch because we're missing. Let me ask this question.
Yes.
Is there a place that one could watch said video?
Yes.
I'm going to need that link when this is over. And we will go into Discord and we will play.
Well, they have to donate to pay for it. It's
Oh, no,
an
no,
expensive
no.
video.
No, 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 no. No, no. No. All I need is just the link. Remember how I get videos? All I need is just the link. That's all that I need. I'll take it from there. I'll get the video. I just need the code. That's it. I'll take it from there.
You know, it'd be hilarious. You get a text message right now from Alan with the link. He's like, "Here you go. I already bought it." Like,
He's probably seen it a couple of times.
Would you
already.
guys do it? Would you guys do the dudes? Jorn, Maddie, would you do it?
No, thank
I've
you.
seen a behind the scenes of it,
The fact that you
so
have to
I
think
know
about
what
it.
it's. I kind of.
You're not married, John.
What it's like, so I don't think so.
Oh, okay. No, same.
You wouldn't.
Same man.
You're not. Neither of you are married.
Yeah,
Matthew, would
no,
you?
thank No, I'm gonna.
I think Matthew would do it. I think he would. I think he would. He's crazy.
Well,
You don't have to worry about being on a cusp. As soon as you arrive, you're on the cusp, right? It's been a hot minute
yeah.
for you.
Okay. No, but
I'm ready.
saying,
I'm done. That's it.
like what you said before, maybe if you do not know, if you have an idealized version of what's going to happen in your head, it might be. But if you've seen how it really goes,
It's not as clean as what. Agree. It's not as clean as what you guys are thinking. Like where it's all sensual and it's not. It's literally a train, bro. Like.
and like you said, if you're number one or no, well, up to number 5 or something, then it's okay. If you're number 99, I don't think you're gonna have a lot of resistance anymore.
But the reason why I wouldn't do it is just more insane. I hate standing in line. That's it. That's the only reason.
So your problem is the waiting.
All
All right, what if you're number
Yes.
one, though? You're number one. Would you do it? Number one. You're number 3.
Number one, yeah. Number
Not,
one,
if
yeah.
you're number 3, the max you're going to have to wait is 15 minutes. The minimum is 6.
Nah, I'm gonna get bored and leave the line.
I wonder if they offered the men like snacks. You know, like,
Snacks
because
for
some
the
of them had
questions.
to wait a minute.
Gatorade.
But why would you go on record? And I don't know if it's bragging. Like, I'm trying to look at the other side of this. I am. All jokes aside, why do you do it?
Because you have no other talent. Because otherwise, you would be using that other talent to do.
All right, so we'll
to
say
get attention.
we'll say attention then. No, that's the answer. Yes, we can agree on that.
Correct.
Agree,
one.
attention.
Yep.
You're
Or-
not gonna tell me it's because you like doing it, right?
I don't know. There
Yeah,
are.
that's the point, right? She was complaining, she was crying, and then I don't know how much time in between that little interview and the announcement of the next goal is, but it clearly wasn't that bad if you're now upping the numbers. Can't say it scarred me and I would never recommend it and then go for, I don't know, X amount of digits.
It's in for a penny, in for a pound.
So
You got a pound, all right.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
the
100
biggest-
isn't special enough to be in the like Jay said, the other one's 400 in. So you did something and actually you didn't do anything.
Go ahead, Brie.
So like one of the things that is interesting about this story is everybody's calling her a whore, but nobody's calling the men sluts.
See, that's what I was
And
just saying. Is
That's
I
the
think
first thing that Jay brought up, and I thought that was interesting.
absolutely, because it's much sure. Okay, we know that about the woman. Got it. What about the dudes, though? You know, one of those 100 dudes, or what was it, 101? And what? Why 101? Why not 100? You
I
just
feel
want
like 100 was the record in the United States or something, so she needed one more.
that wasn't in the States, was it? She sounded British.
Oh, I'm not
Well,
sure. I assumed it
It's
was
definitely not the
like
record in the States. I can promise you that's not the record in the States.
Why do most men go on OnlyFans and blow a ton of cash on?
I'm not concerned about that. I'm saying
No, but that's the same reason probably. Oh, I'm
Okay,
gonna
but
be the
you're-
one she falls in love with. I'm gonna
you're not
get
going
her.
to tell me out of 101 dudes that every one of those dudes were single. I don't believe you. And you're not going to
Nope.
tell me out of 101 dudes that none of those were married. I do not believe you.
And
Not-
that none of them had herpes? That's statistically
yeah, there's
impossible.
the odds are working against you, right? 1 in 5. 1 in 5 people have herpes. 1 in
Apparently
5.
there's a picture
1
of her
in
with a
4
on her lip.
people have HPV or genital warts. HPV strain 46, 32, right?
Sometimes I sprinkle an eye.
Ayo. So look at those odds. You have 100 people. So what? You have a 40-time chance of catching something.
Apparently there's a picture of her with a herp on her lip. So she probably has a...
Oh, great. Super spreader event. That's what we're looking at.
If it's on your lip, you've got herpes.
You were worried about COVID. This is next level. And then why are your faces blurred? Why are you embarrassed? Why is your faces blurred? The males. She's
Right.
not. You are. Why?
Because the men are embarrassed to be there.
Are they,
And
though?
it's got to be more than 100 men as well, because you're going to have men that can't complete the task or can't perform, let's say. So you have to have reserve.
That's
I'm
embarrassing.
thinking that they were not based off of finalization. They were based off of just entry alone.
Yeah, at least 5 pumps or something. And
Yeah, some
it
shit like
counts.
that. That's
Yeah.
You'd be like so just over it after like number 10. You'd be like, this was stupid. Like every guy's coming in going, oh baby, you ready for this big? And
she's
like,
she gonna be like,
yeah,
dude, the dude 2 before you is
right?
you ain't got shit on him.
I
Okay,
haven't
go
done
visit
that
Walter.
before.
You gave me reflux.
Oh gosh, it's so big.
Does
And
she
you
have
can't
a
like tell a
boyfriend?
dude to hurry it
Oh,
up.
that's a
like,
damn
you
good
can't be
question.
like, you have 60 seconds to come.
Yeah.
Because then they're gonna. What if they get like penis shy and then it starts to retreat? It's like I can't.
Yeah. That's why you need more than 100 men. Because it's being
Oh.
filmed. That's Jay can probably speak on this better, but it's a whole lot different. That's what classic
Not fun.
idea of men is. Oh, I want to be in a porn movie. Oh, I want to.
It's not fun. It's
You have
not.
to perform.
Oh.
That's not as simple as it is.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, so women get to just kind of like be there and then they get lubed up. So they don't even have to actually make their own juices. But dudes, it's like you have to look like this. You have to have this size penis.
And
you
you're
have to be able to
probably
do
on
this.
Camagra. I'd be willing to bet that they were handing out Camagra like it's crack. You know, it's 3 cents a pill, and you swallow that, and within 10 minutes, your face gets very flush, and your jam is super sensitive.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a porn movie. They want
Yeah,
you
but
to
in
come
today's
as
day
quick
and
as
age, people
possible.
are praising her for like holding
the
on to
fuck
her
outta here.
womanhood and be like, it's like, what are you doing?
She's a strong, independent boss bitch lady.
Yes, like
Well, not really
if you
independent because she
were on a
needs men.
date And the guy was like, how many men have you slept with? And you said, oh, not that many, just like 1,264. And he would be like,
How
what
old
are
is
you talking
she?
about? 23.
Oh. Oh
Well, that's,
my.
like I said, that's damaged goods. That's
Oh.
done with for the rest
And
of her life.
she's one of those naturally skinny girls. She's got no muscle but got hip bones. She's one of the rare ones. They always get into porn. You ever notice that? Like the women who can eat whatever they want and stay super thin are always in porn.
Yeah, and then you watch them 10 years later and they blow up like a Zeppelin.
Proteins.
Look at Dina.
Oh, she's a wonderful lady.
She is.
Thing is that
How do you even get a boyfriend at that point, right? Like if you know wherever that was shot at, that's making news, right? We're seeing news of it here in America, so you know people are going to remember you 10 years down the road. So
Could you imagine?
it's got to
her
be
meeting
somebody
someone like that? Like
gets
he's
a kick
halfway
out
in
of
the
it.
line, they locked eyes, and that's the story they tell to their kids later. Well, I met your dad. He was waiting in line, and that's all I'm going to tell about that story.
Our lucky number is 65.
It has special meaning.
She probably was a promiscuous person to start with. You're not going, oh, I'm a virgin. Let me do this.
Doubtful.
I just think about how insecure you would have to be to seek validation from over 100 men in that short of time. Like to be
She isn't ugly.
admired and loved and appreciated by that many men in that short of time has got to be some type of mental illness.
Yeah, and that's
Oh,
a false sense because
100%.
those men don't love her.
100. There's some kind of something
Yeah.
in her mind.
So not really for men, but for women, it's really easy to confuse sex and love. Because with love comes sex, and from sex comes love. So to a lot of women, they're kind of intertwined. So even if you're a friends with benefits situation, she has some type of love for you, whether you know it or not. So this type of thing is really awkward because she's one of the weirdos who can separate emotion from the act, which isn't normal for a woman.
This is one of those fields where
wonder
a
if the
man
dad
could
is-
never do what she does unless he's on some shit, and it does not count if he doesn't finish.
Do you
Right?
think
Another
she
field where a
actually
woman has a one-up on a man.
Do you think she actually finishes a
No.
couple of
Yes.
times?
Yes.
What?
18 hours at least once.
Pure.
You're not going to tell me no. I don't believe that.
Wouldn't it go numb?
I don't know. I don't have a vagina.
It would go
I wasn't
numb.
there.
The amount of friction wouldn't that kind of get raw and start to bloat up or something?
Jay says that they put silk on their pussies.
Yeah.
It's a
No
type of
friction.
lubrication used
I
in
look up
pornography.
silk lubrication. Non-water based. Silicone based. You're not going to
I
go for
wonder
it.
if her dad is still around.
Oh,
He's probably
God.
really proud.
Yeah, I mean, she's only 23, right?
So he is around. Yeah, she's
Well,
23
she
years
could
old.
be raised by a single mom.
It's a nice T-shirt to give on his birthday. My daughter did 1,500 men.
Make it Velcro so you can adjust the numbers.
Nice.
So she does not shave her vagina.
Oh, my
Putting
God.
that out there.
Oh, my God.
She is not a blonde.
Oh,
Jeez.
I like how the vagina kind of like tells your secrets. You know, like
Oh, it's a whole storyteller. Absolutely.
yeah, like if you're not a redhead and someone goes down on you and they see like I don't know, blonde hair or brown hair, they'll be like, "This is pretend." You know.
And
Lies.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna look anything up because I have audio on my phone. Not a good look.
Smart.
So, porn star Lilly Phillips is attempting to break a world record by sleeping with 1,000 men in 24 hours. The rules are all 1,000 men would need to ejaculate in order for the record to
All right,
be
let's switch
considered
lanes.
valid.
Let's switch. Stand by. We are here. Hold on. I feel like we are brinking here. So let's go like this. Start there.
Holding.
Yeah.
So, about the rainbows, I'm really feeling what they're doing in the sky. You know, I'm trying to find my
Like
pot of gold. So, I just love it when the weather changes so often that it just looks pretty outside.
All right.
And
Go. You're
when
good.
there's the most turbulent storms, the sky is just so beautiful.
You're good, Brie.
Okay. So, in order for her record to be considered, all 1,000 men would need to ejaculate in order for the record to be considered valid. Group activity is allowed, but only up to 3 people can have sex with her at a time, 1 for each of the orifices. The length of intercourse for each man, time from to ejaculation, is modeled as a Gaussian distribution with a mean of 5 minutes and a standard deviation of 90 seconds. They can either do 333 groups of 3 with 1 solo dude first, and then the groups would form a queue, and each group enters only once all of the members of the group currently participating have finished, and it will continue until all 333 groups are done. Next is a single line is formed. Initially, 3 people enter. Any one of the 3 people of the current group finishes and leave. They are replaced by the person at the front of the queue until all of the men have been exhausted.
But the figures say it's not possible to do it within 24 hours.
Well, if you're doing 3 at a time, that's 333.
So you're not waiting for all 3 to finish at one point, right? So one guy could come in there and be done in 1:30, and then her right hand is freed up. So now,
Well, hands don't count. Only orifices count, for the record.
Yeah, and you have to wait till from the 3 men that are in there, all 3 have to finish before new ones can come in.
There's 2 different options that she's considering. Either the 3 different men swap out or tag team. Once George's done, Matthew just walks in. Which would probably be faster.
so wait, you're saying that hands do not count?
No, for the record to count, it has to be an actual orifice.
Well, she's gonna have breathing problems.
So 333 times 3 is 999.
Where are you getting a 333 from?
Well, because there would have to be 333 groups of 3 people, essentially.
How do they make those groups?
Randomizer. Throw their names in. And then one dude is a solo. He's pumped.
And what was it? Like the limit was 5 minutes, but when you could go over 90 seconds or what? So that's
90 seconds is like the min, I guess, and then the max is 5. So, let's do some math. So we have 333 groups, right? Let's say they all take about 4 minutes. You know, let's do 3 minutes times 3
Average out.
is 999 divided by 60 is 16 hours and 65.65 of an hour. So 16 hours at minimum. And that's without PPs or food.
Yeah,
so
nothing.
that means that we'd have to add in PPs and food. Let's say an hour and a half. You know, let's be crazy. Let's say she has a
gotta
poopy
be
day.
cleanup and a certain
Oh,
point,
yeah,
right?
cleanup.
A
Yeah,
rest.
so At minimum,
probably
20 hours it's going to take.
She's got the rest in between as well.
at a certain
And it
point
has to
you're
be
better
like
off
boom,
just
boom,
with a
boom, boom,
pressure
boom,
washer.
boom, boom. Like if someone takes a phone call, you're not getting back you're in the back now because we already resituated.
Pressure washer. Okay.
But if it took her 14 hours to only do 100, but those were one at a time.
And it was the first time. So many.
I feel like you would disassociate. That many people at once for that long, your brain would detach.
And
Oh, yeah.
was she found all these people from her OnlyFans?
Yes.
So if it took her 14 hours to do 100, times that by 3, right?
Yes, they are considering the addition of fluffers to get the gentlemen ready to make their deposit so that way it goes quicker.
Yeah, I knew that there wasn't going to be fluffers. It's too...
Yeah, the last one was too disorganized. This one, though, is probably going to have sponsors about like Trojan or Red Bull. You know, they're just putting their name out there.
I mean, the question is, can you do that safely, right? Sure. You could test everybody. You could screen everybody. So now when you get into the adult industry, even on my way out, they were testing everybody. Everybody got tests done, and you had to wait for that to be cleared. And it's not like a swab. It was actually a blood test. It was odd, too, because they had like a little place right down the road that was, it looked like a shed where 3 doctors were in, just spitting blood. Can you do that?
In a sense, it's an industry.
Didn't I read somewhere that they did get tested?
I did not read anything about any tests being performed on anyone.
Jay, you
They
said
could've.
there can be money involved.
No.
Like with all the testing, you guys did it in the industry, so there's money coming back in. She's not making any money. Who's paying for the testing, the studio or whatever? If
You would
you're
have
not getting any money.
You would have to
That
pay.
totally looked like an Airbnb. It was too pristine. There was no clutter. There's just pillows.
Well,
when
remember-
there's just pillows, it's an Airbnb.
Well, remember, I told you what happens is someone, the company that's producing will reach out to people that are in that industry. I don't know how they do in UK. That was in UK, right? Or was it in the
Something like
States? Bree?
For what?
Was it in the States
I
or
have
UK?
no idea.
Yeah, the people would have to pay for the testing, but there can't be any exchange of money. I mean, it could be different in UK. They could have different prostitution laws, but here in America, you can't any goods, and you can't just take people that are paying. Yeah, you could get them, but you have to take free people in too.
To make it fair. Yep.
Yeah, otherwise it's a lot of.
Her
Be
parents
licensed.
are aware.
Probably
Both
proud
of
of
her
her.
parents are
Supportive?
alive and aware. My parents knew
supportive?
straight from the start what I was doing. I was very upfront with it. Obviously, at the start, they were apprehensive, but then they decided that they wanted me to be safe and to make good decisions.
Well, that
No
kind of
and
doesn't
no.
good decisions, and that's opposite.
I want to be at a family dinner with those people. Just
So that's a
sit and listen to the
dysfunctional family
conversations.
because I can't see any dad wanting his little girl to get
No.
around.
No.
That's crap.
I mean, but at the same time, what are you going to say, right? She's going to do what she wants to do anyway.
God!
I just
but
want
would
to.
hate it.
I want to be at the table. I want to be at the table and just serving food. And what are you doing nowadays? And then that's
You
how
don't
the
understand.
conversation started.
I know it sounds like I did porn for so long, but you don't understand. Like on sets, there is food, there is catering. Like there are people just shooting the shit. It's not like what you see that's produced. You know, there are a bunch of women walking around with their tits out. You see that. It's not. It's a very
This article is fantastic, by the way. Phillips' OnlyFans career began when she was studying at university. After she began sleeping around with the men at school, she realized that she could turn her activities into a profitable career.
Nice.
I need an eyebrow pet. You can't just drop out of college and be a whore. That's not how life works.
I think they call that an entrepreneur.
Oh. Thing is though, usually most of the time when it's an OnlyFans or whatever, and the parents agree, or they claim the parents agree with it, it's usually because there's money flowing back to the parents from what she's doing.
100%.
I feel like she was making so much money on OnlyFans and she wanted to make more money, so she did this stunt so that way more people would subscribe with the hope to be one of 1,000 men. But the con is that people will just dip.
And today I'm getting ran through by 100 guys.
The world of adult entertainment is $1 billion business.
Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel.
YouTube content creation for 10 years, I've witnessed some extreme measures taken in order to achieve online fame, as well as taking some extreme measures of my own. But none quite as extreme as the stunt I came across which inspired this documentary. Lilly Phillips, a 23-year-old OnlyFans star living in London who describes herself as an English was planning on hosting an event where she would sleep with 100 of her fans in a single day.
How did you get into doing this for a career?
Well, I started when I was at university. Very, very tame stuff. Hand bras, underwear, things like that. Because I was at university, I was like, I'm being a anyway, could make a little bit of money.
What do you mean by you were being a anyway?
Like, I was just being a at university. Like, I was just sleeping around with everyone.
But I feel like I know of a lot of girls who have done that at university but then haven't gone on to become OnlyFans stars.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I just was like already very, not proud, like very just okay with doing that. Like I've just always had quite like a sexual nature.
Yeah.
I just thought I might just make like a couple £100, can get a few rounds of drinks in, stuff like that. Just helps me out a little bit while I'm at university.
Sure.
I didn't think it would turn into like my whole career. But I think as soon as I started on the platform, I kind of...
It's not a career. It's not a career.
And it is so short-lived. Women are only beautiful for a very, very small amount of time.
I guess how much money you can make, and also just how much I loved it. I was just like, why am I doing a whole degree? Last week I was like 23 guys all at once, and like some people would...
So her body numbers have got to be, if she's doing 23 last week, they got to be, her numbers have got to be ridiculous. 5,000, 10,000.
Be like, you're insane, like I would have to be paid to do that. And I'm like, no, that's just fun to me.
Would you call yourself a businesswoman?
I don't know about that. People would give me a bit of stick if I said I was a businesswoman, but I guess definitely business-minded.
I would call you a businesswoman.
Thanks. A lot more people would use the word just...
How does that make you feel?
Oh, I literally, I've never really cared what people think. It doesn't really bother me. I have such a supportive like family and friends, and what they think about me is so much more important than what strangers think about me.
Well, you know, that's a booty call.
Come on in. Hi.
Hey, I'm Josh.
Hi, nice to meet you.
He's gay, by the way.
So tall, isn't it?
Is you a PA?
Yes, yeah.
So how many people are there in Team Lilly?
8, 9?
There's 9.
I don't know. Yeah, quite a...
I think we're on 9 now.
Yeah, 9 now. Yeah.
9 payroll members of staff.
Yeah.
You are a businesswoman. I've seen you say on podcasts and things before that your family and your parents are proud of you and what you've achieved.
Well, my parents knew straight from the start, like, about what I was doing. Yeah, I was just very open with it. Obviously, at the start, they were a bit apprehensive because they want.
Yeah, I mean, this is a 47-minute video, so
Listen, they're not proud.
oh.
So there's 9 people getting a wage out of her getting ran through.
That means in 5 years or so, there's going to be 9 unemployed people.
Oh, yeah,
So yeah, she's making money off of the YouTube. So the documentary that's on YouTube that now has millions of views.
Yeah, she could also make on the video. She could also make money on the video. Yep.
That's the only reason why she did it in documentary style, is so that way she can make money off of it.
I don't believe that part either. I really don't care about what other people. Let's go to a typical day, and every single random person talks to you because they know you have that channel. If you still feel the same.
Well, if she didn't care about what people thought about it, why would you be doing this for the attention?
You could also tell that she was lying because of where she looked. She said, I don't really care about what other people think. All that matters to me. When people look away like that, it's a lie. Nice.
Yeah. Mostly to the left, right?
Yeah. I think if you look up, it's thinking. If you look down, it's lying. Or Jay knows all this because he was a cop. But there's certain things that are tells that you do.
I found the video.
Oh my God. I know what we're doing today. So we're going to select 102 Patreons to come over. And
everybody's going to have the dick in their hands.
Now members, Patreon, you have to spread it out.
Has to be Patreons only.
Needs to be fair. Otherwise, it's a lottery.
The link for Patreon is in chat. So it's going to take a minute.
The link to join Patreon is in chat now. So people that would like to join up and.
What is she more of? Is she more of a whore or is she more of money hungry?
I think she's a mental case. I simply
money hungry, 100%.
One, two.
Yeah.
Nymphomaniacs. Because how many are there really, and how many claim to enjoy it?
Well, see that's where the love thing comes in. So when women have sex, they feel loved. So she's just looking to feel loved. And by having sex, you get that man's attention for X amount of time. And it's all about you. And he's admiring your body and what you're doing. And he's giving you that positive, feeling. And it feels good to have sex. So she was seeking that out. And then she found out that she can make money while doing that anyway. But when you're doing it with 100 men, you no longer feel that sense of special. It feels more like you are just a commodity that people are using and throwing away. So that's probably why she cried, is because she doesn't feel how she felt when she was doing it on her own.
It's got to be devaluating doing that.
Oh, yes. I wonder when it crashes. What happens when it crashes? Because now it's easy. She's 23. It's easy for her to get 100 guys lined up, 1,000 guys lined up, and then make some money off of it. But what happens when it all crumbles down?
Even at 40, you'll have no problem.
No. But eventually that will end.
The thrill of it is going to go away after, once she hits 500, 600. Okay, great. Done that. You're disgusting. Great. Move on.
What are you going to do to top that, to keep the attention coming? Because now, the OnlyFans started winding down. So she did the 23, then she did the 100. So she's escalating it After the 1,000, what are you gonna try to do to get more attention or get people to your channel? And it's gonna become old. Oh, she's doing 3 now. Oh, she's doing 4 now.
Start juggling.
It's only briefly.
Some
I'll
tricks.
tell you this though, if you knock the boots with her, she better be damn good. Right? Like she better be the best sex you've ever had. Like a
I doubt
one-on-one
it.
situation with that kind of experience, you better be great.
Could you imagine her being a lousy lay?
Oh God. I could see why you went to 6,000.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee. I mean, there's people that have been doing the job, some other job for 10 years. And still,
Yeah, they're no good at it.
mediocre
You
at it.
can't even flip the fucking burger, bro.
I want to know if she has a boyfriend or something like that.
She does not
No.
have a boyfriend. Her parents said that she hopes that she will find someone to settle down with. And
I mean,
I'm
she's got to
thinking,
pick. She's got pick of the litter. You have you kept all those names? Like you
Wow.
keep a log of that? No,
one of them.
you're gonna
There is
keep a
a-
log.
There is a big difference, though, Jay. Especially being a man, something you would like to hump or something you would like to marry. That's not the same thing.
Oh yeah,
There's a difference.
agree.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, men can detach. It can be just the need to, without love, without emotion. That's women usually, like you said, Bree. There's an emotion attached to it, especially in a relationship. Men can have sex just for the reason of having sex. Oh, it's available. Oh, I can have sex. My hormones are up there somewhere. Let's have sex.
And lots of women don't realize that you do have a power. And like women think that they have to sleep with the man to keep them interested. And the thing is that if you said no, he would just continue to go about his day. But that's not the way that your brain thinks. Your brain thinks if I don't open up my legs, he's not going to stay. So
Well,
she's just
if
sleeping
you
with
don't,
all
you're
these
not
people.
gonna stay either.
Yeah, but it's a weird line.
Yeah. But then you get the other side of that coin. That's women treating men as meal tickets and never going any further. Like they're
Those are
using
the
them.
ones who were taught the value of a vagina. Like they had a whore mom and was like, "Don't do it like me. Do this."
Yeah, but that's not a good thing either.
Right back.
Yeah. The chances of her finding a loving husband goes down with every single event she plans.
Yeah,
Or it has
because
to be somebody that gets a kick out of it, or has a similar mental issue or whatever, and then even then it probably won't last. It's not
if
a real
we
Well,
platform.
found
not a
out,
looker.
if we found out that Sniffles did this, we would pick on Jorn all of the time. So whoever she's going to be married to is going to get ridicule from his friends, from his family. Like, you married the OnlyFans whore? You really did?
Yeah.
Like,
Same with the one
Couldn't
of
get
the
anything
brothers,
else than
the
her. She's
YouTubers.
ran through. She's
The one is the boxer. The other dude, isn't he soon to be married with an adult star or something? Logan or
who
the other
wants
guy?
to
I
be-
don't remember.
who wants his wife or his friends or his colleagues to just tippy tappy on the internet? Oh, that's what your missus looks like. She's got a beauty mark on her ass. Oh, those lips are pretty. Who wants that?
at the time, you do not think that posting these pictures will be searchable. You know, you don't think that. If the internet was around like 10 years ago or so, I could have accidentally become a whore. Like a really bad whore. Because the internet makes it so easy that you don't even think about the consequences. Like, because all women that are that age are pretty darn promiscuous. It's just hormones. Like, it just happens. So if the internet was around, I feel like everybody who gets the opportunity just does it. You know? Because you don't have morals yet. You don't have values yet. You're not fully formed in the brain.
Did you do that on purpose?
The age, probably.
Huh?
Did you do that on purpose? The hormones?
Oh, no.
What's good?
No, but it's true. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
How come like 50 years ago they didn't do stuff like this? That's because they have no
Because you got
value
married
left.
at 14. That's why.
Which was arguably a better thing to do.
Yeah, now
you had to take a picture,
at like
have it
40,
developed.
50 for the first time. That's a problem because they're kind of completely used up and bitter and nasty at that point.
Yeah, that's why when they hit that wall, nobody kind of wants them anymore because they have mental issues, they have a lot of baggage, they have probably a couple of kids or something running around. They're disagreeable. They're not your piece. They're not going to be the man's piece and what they're supposed to be. They're going to be vindictive and annoying and
the older a woman is that she is single, the nastier she becomes. Like, she just becomes this bitter, angry person on the inside, and it's just disgusting.
And then you have the thing where
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. So, when I use this jam and I have my lights plugged in my
In the meanwhile, let's read chat. See what somebody has to say.
No, I'm not doing that.
No?
Well, you have kids. Kid. It's probably easier for you to put you in the mindset of a parent. What would your general emotion be? Let's say your daughter gets involved with something like that, man.
No way. The son would never talk to her again.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's,
well, for starters,
that's what would you do? That's what would you do? Well, how would you feel? Like, what would be your general emotion? Your first emotion? Is it embarrassment? Is it anger?
For starters, I think if I had a daughter, she would never even think about it for a second to do something like that. That's the upbringing.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with
so
that.
So it's very
100%,
difficult for me to
100%.
put myself in that position. I mean, I don't think a kid of mine, the way I raise,
You're not telling me
embarrassment.
Parents are at least a little bit disappointed. You're not
disappointment, embarrassment,
at least a little bit
anger. I think they have the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going to work and your colleagues, like the father, he goes to work and the colleagues are like giggling behind his back because they're looking at his daughter being ran through? Oh, nice.
Hey, George, do you have a discount code for your daughter?
Oh. I saw your daughter last Saturday. Oh, whoa. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah. I'm an acquaintance of her.
Line.
Yeah.
Standing in line
from internet.
for something.
It was a bit of a queue, but it was a fun day.
Your daughter says hi, by the way. Your daughter says hi, by the way.
Well. Oh. Nope.
Yeah, it's got to be rough. And the problem is, let's say, like you said, 50, 70 years ago, maybe you did a photo shoot in one magazine. Eventually, that would disappear. It will take a long time, but that eventually will disappear from public eye. Once it hits the internet, it will never, ever go away.
And there's always going to be
one dude.
People
downloading
it or whatever, saving it. Yeah.
No. Keeps going. There's a couple of them ex-stars that are doing their best to get it all removed and are complaining, and now they see that they made a mistake when they were younger, and you can't get rid
But
of
the
it.
sad
It
part
just
is,
can't.
Jordan, some of them, that's a part of their business plan. If you look
Yeah, maybe.
at the
Yeah, I can
whatever
see that.
podcast, they have this as a part of. Oh, I'm gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna set some money aside for when I stop. I'm gonna pay some whiz kid or some internet geeks to take everything down. They
It's
really think
impossible.
that's gonna
Yeah,
work. That's their business plan.
yeah.
That's never gonna
I've heard that
work.
too on the Whatever podcast or something, that they truly believe, oh,
Newsflash.
I can get a guy. Yeah, you can't. Once it's locally stored somewhere and that guy just uploads it again and then uploads it, you can't stop.
You can't. What you
It's
just
impossible.
said is more reasonable to think that it could disappear at a certain point. But if you've been in a magazine or there's pictures floating around or whatever, there's even that's not going away completely because there's always going to be
Yeah,
that one dude that still has that magazine where your tissues.
yeah, but
You know what I
eventually
mean?
that gets thrown away. But digitally, you can't stop that from being like it doesn't end with one guy downloading it. It's an exuberant amount of guys downloading it, and then one
Yeah.
guy uploads it, it gets removed, and 10 more uploads are there. You can't stop that. It's, I guess,
Especially when it
I
gets
wonder
out that you're
20 years
trying to
from now.
remove everything, right? Because then
Oh yeah,
people are going to be more inclined to put it on the internet.
yeah, yeah. I'm really interested to see this girl 20 years down the line. I'm genuinely interested what happened to her life. I don't want something
There's
bad
going
to
to be
happen. Don't take it
no,
the wrong
there's
way,
going to
but
be tears
there's
and
no
regret.
way she has. There's. It's really hard for me to believe that she will conform to being a regular housewife and have 2 kids.
No, there's going to be tears and regret.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I shouldn't
at
have done
least
this.
one.
Look at the amount of OnlyFans girl. Well, it's kind of the same, right? They don't. The other ones don't want you to know this, but the amount that did it X number of years, they now have a kid, or the consequences came and knocked at their front door, and they now regret it. And if I would have known, I would have never done it. And
But it is
but
strange, right? Because the same repercussions are not for the males in that industry. Well, I don't know if there's a huge male OF market. I have no
I don't
idea.
think so.
But it's not the same standards. There is a point in that. Even if you would go in the adult industry, I don't think it has the same repercussions for a male as a female.
No, because the cultural way of looking at it is different as well.
Yeah, I don't think that's actually cultural. That's kind of normal.
Biological as well.
Yeah.
Male is supposed to impregnate as many, or get try to get as many offspring as possible. So impregnate as many females of the species as possible. So there
Especially
is
if it's a strong male.
big disconnect between the value of a woman and the value of a man in that area.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I would like to know what happened. I don't think it was a.
She's probably
I don't think it
going to become
happened
one of the
like
cat ladies.
like she said it happened. Oh, I was already doing it in college or when I was going to university, and then lightning struck. Is like, ooh, I can make some money off this. I don't think it happened that way.
See, if that's true, she never stood a chance anyway. She was already destined to be a cat lady.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the thing right after five relationships, it goes down to 30. What the binding process that a woman needs to bind herself to a man. After 8, that's gone. So she's never gonna have that bond with a man anymore.
No. And
So
again, What man
All
wants
these
that?
chicks with
What man wants that? Who
all
wants
these
that?
chicks with double digits. Stay away.
Well, my Shadow wants it. Shadow, take her in. Of course.
Okay. Yeah. That's all fun and games
And
until
get
you
your
come home and there's 30 guys on your couch and everything's
Yep.
sticky.
Time to whip out the pressure, and clean everything off. Get plastic on all your furniture. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, Scotch guard everything.
Just to be safe. And remove all the normal lamps in your house. Get the black lights.
Get really grippy shoes, like for winter or something, so you can
Forget shoes. Get boots. Get like the fisherman gear, the yellow hat.
Well, maybe like the
Snatch.
golf with the cleats on it. That maybe you can stay upright. No, I don't know.
Okay, Mama Ramsey, you're gonna have to skip. Oh, you want to swap out the breakers?
Get some like those walking sticks.
No, that's
you
not
can
gonna be
keep your balance.
Febreze. That's gonna be swimming pool scent. A lot of ammonia.
Yeah, Shadow is going to have to buy a lot of candles to get that scent out. You have an indoor pool? No, I don't.
Ah. There's no decent man that's
thing
gonna
that
want
struck me-
that afterwards. Just no way.
The thing that struck me after the video was that she sounded and looked initially completely destroyed, like, crying and like I made a mistake. It sounded fun on paper, but then I don't know how much time between that interview and the actual announcement for event number 2 is. But if you really disliked it and it was scarring, why would you one up yourself? I don't get that.
Because that's also a trait of modern day women. Some modern day women, they persist in a disaster. It's not like she's gonna go, oh yeah, this was a. She's not gonna admit that she did what she did was wrong.
Okay.
She's gonna
Okay.
take
True,
it to the next
but
level.
Go back to
prove
go
it
back
good.
to normal food. I serve you one beans on toast sandwich. You hate it. You eat it. You hate it the entire experience. Tomorrow I'm giving you 2. You're not gonna eat the 2.
No, but that's something completely different, Jorn.
I don't see the difference at all.
Yeah,
If
that's
you despise
not
the
You see this often enough. Women they don't care for other women, and they will drag them to the depths of hell with them. They will stab them in the back, tell them with a smiley face that's what most of the OnlyFans girls do. Oh yeah, they're smiling like this. Oh, you should do it. You should do it. They're miserable, but misery likes company, so they will drag other women down in that misery. So you really think she's going to admit, I wish I would have never done this? Nope.
No, she wouldn't. But she wouldn't go all in and do a second one and up the
course.
numbers.
Why not?
Why, of course. If you disliked the first one, if it truly scarred you, you would give up, right?
But she's already mental before she started doing it.
I can't argue that.
And willing to bet it's like, well, I've done 500 or 600 by now. What's another 1,000 gonna? It's gonna make me money. I'll deal with the psychiatrist bill afterwards.
So what are you guys talking?
Running clean
Still
up.
talking about dirty
video.
pocket whore?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Shadow would
You imagine
marry
cleaning
one,
up
apparently.
after? He's big into recycling.
Jesus. Well, good luck to the guy
Double
that finally
standard
hooks
does
that.
exist.
Well, in other news, be ready to not have access to TikTok anymore.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oh shit, they're actually doing it. January 19th, 2025. U.S. Court of Appeals District, Columbia rejected TikTok's legal challenge to a law requiring the social media platforms to divestiture. The law could see the app ban in the U.S. unless its Chinese owners sell the platform by January 19th. TikTok and its parent company, Joe Biden, yep. So they're actually going to take it down.
Wow.
Finally. They are too it's too good of an app, if that makes sense. It can keep you on there for hours and hours and you not realize it.
But then the people, they're going to have to block all the addresses. Yeah, you're going to stop people from downloading it, but the people that still have it on their phone, they're still going to have access to it. Unless they block the address that it connects to.
Yeah, like how in... So the interesting thing is, like, in Western... I think it's called Western countries. They can't use Facebook and stuff. Like, in that country where ByteDance is, they can't even use Facebook. And their TikTok is educational. It's not nonsense. And they can't access the US's nonsense because they don't have access to it.
They don't even have Google.
Trump's going into office too. He will 100% push that because he wanted that shit gone when he was in office.
Not a bad thing.
While TikTok has already filed an emergency request to block the law, the Department of Justice has confirmed that if the ban is enacted, it won't directly prevent current users from accessing the app. However, the loss of updates and technical support will ultimately render it unstable. Right. And then Apple comes out with a new update. Oh, shit. TikTok needs request. You need to update TikTok. You're out.
Yes.
You're out. They got people with old-ass phones just to stay on TikTok. They have that Pixel 2, iPhone 10, just
transferring videos.
It just does not have any updates just to stay on TikTok. Viruses on their phone. Oh, yeah. I see that happening.
TikTok is only text. Like, it describes what the video is.
Woman dancing while holding spatulas half naked in front of light.
Interesting. Like...
Yeah, I'm reading more about it right now.
Yeah, I think it's fair for TikTok to die. It is way too powerful now. Everyone uses it. And the messed up thing is that when Matthew sends me TikTok links, I can't even open them because I don't have it on my phone. It doesn't let me use the internet. Like, it doesn't say, oh, open in a browser. It just says download TikTok.
That's weird because normally you can open it without having TikTok installed.
Something happened. Jay's divergent. He's running down the stairs. He's at the bottom. Garage door's open already. Oh, the front door locked. That's lame. They pushed the doorbell button. Because it auto-locks because I forget.
For a minute there. It was suspenseful.
But anyway, like, too many people use it. It's unhinged, essentially.
Never used it.
Problem is,
Trump said there could be some relief. President-elect Donald Trump has vowed to intervene to prevent the ban, signaling potential resistance to its divestment in the U.S.
Money. I feel like all of social media should just die. Because we gave celebrity status to people who eat food on camera. Like we give celebrity status out like it's nothing. Before you used to have to be in movies. Now you're making 60-second videos
Talented.
and you're a star.
See, but again, the platform, it's not the platform that's the problem. The platform is okay. It's what people use it for and put on it. The stupidity on it. Maybe they should have better filters or better rules.
I don't think that I've never gone onto social media and had anything positive happen. You know, like if you scroll on Facebook or you scroll on Instagram or you scroll on TikTok, you get absolutely nothing except for time gone. Like you don't get anything. Like Jay uses like Instagram for hazers and he posts it there, which is beneficial to him as a person. But normal people, we're just users. So we don't really get anything.
Well, TikTok did implement a timer, right?
I don't know. I don't use their app.
I have no idea. I'm not allowed to have it.
Yeah, and in the settings in the app, there's a timer option where you can set a timer, and you can only once you've reached the time allotted, it kind of stops or whatever.
Well, speaking of that, in YouTube, there's no way to make shorts disappear. There is no way to get that off of your phone. No matter what you do, it will always be an option on your phone. I feel like you should be able to turn that off. And to get it not on like your For You page, like as soon as you open YouTube, you have to click not interested on every single short that pops up. You have to click not interested, not interested, not interested. And then after you do that about 1,000 times, they won't be on your For You page anymore until you click one. Once you click one, your entire feed is again filled with it. I think short form content is probably the cheapest and worst content created. It shouldn't really be a thing.
It goes back to the TikTok 6 seconds thing, right? Or whatever.
I don't know what that is.
Want it?
Well, the short attention span. So you can't blame YouTube for trying to do the same thing that like TikTok is famous for and is successful with.
Yeah, but as a person, I should have the ability to alter the app to accommodate what I want.
Yeah, I agree, but
Personalize it.
I get recommendations for things that I am nowhere near interested in. Like I've never clicked a video about face cream. Why are there face cream stuffs? Or
yeah.
like stuff about children. Like I don't have kids. I don't need to see what the hottest toy is of 2024. Like it means nothing to me. Before, I feel like YouTube was more structured and personalized to you, and now it's just nonsense.
It even randomly puts things in your
recommendations are so
in your list just by scrolling by or scrolling over. I've noticed then that all of a sudden you go to your history or they show up and it's like, wait, I never clicked on this. I never wanted to see this. And then you remove them, and then all of a sudden other ones pop up in your history which you haven't actually seen.
Yeah, I was just on YouTube earlier and it showed that I watched a certain video on something that means absolutely nothing to me, something that I wouldn't even watch. It was a 44-minute video and it said I watched the whole thing. I didn't watch that. I didn't click that. It was like how to turn a $1 coin into $500,000. And I'm like, I didn't click that. Like, why would that even come up? Why is this 40 minutes? Like so many questions.
Yeah, it's so random that the stuff is not even related to what you usually like or whatever. I don't know. Did it do it again?
Yeah, and Facebook's for old people now. Facebook is like for old people only. Like kids don't use it.
For old people.
That's why I'm on
It's
it.
for old people to spy on each other. That's what it's about.
Nice.
Like if you haven't come to that conclusion yet, you are sorely mistaken. You look up to see what friends from high school look like now. to see what your ex-boyfriend looked like, or your ex-girlfriend, to see who has what job. Like, it's just a nosy Nelly site. It means nothing.
Yeah,
Never
kind of
done
is. You're not wrong there.
Kids use TikTok because it's short form content. That's easy for them to do. I don't even think kids use Instagram. Because it's not as easy to upload a video to Instagram, and it's not as easy to tag things in a video on Instagram. So it makes itself obsolete by not having those features. Like, you can't put links. Why?
Easy
That's a
access and
code.
easy upload. Yeah.
For old people.
That's what.
It's for old people and businesses. That's what Instagram's for. Pinterest is for cat-loving women who do not have husbands, who are planning out their dream wedding or dream home that they are never actually going to look at once they want to get married or once they want to have a home. It's just
Very accurate.
saving pictures instead of screenshotting them. Like, Pinterest is extremely outdated. Like, that's the worst one possible.
And then complain where all the good men have gone.
Yes, that's all they do. It's just post like, oh, I'm feeling empowered today. Here's a picture of some flowers. I want to make these. So I'm going to go to the craft store and I'm going to buy some flowers. And then I'm going to make exactly this. And I'm going to tell everyone that I made it. Yeah.
Oh.
That's what they do.
I feel like I've seen that video before.
Even like Yelp. Yelp is not for kids. Yelp is for old adults who want to complain. Nobody uses it. Yet if you want to write a negative review, it makes you download the entire application in order to do it.
Oh, nice.
Ridiculous.
Yelp.
And what about Google nowadays? Google changing their whole thing around for the shopping section. I do not want to be in a different section of Google because you want me to only shop through Google. I click shopping to see what sites have it available. I'm not buying it from the Google store. Like, why is that even a thing? Like, you are idiotic if you think anybody goes, oh, let me buy this pillow from the Google store instead of from Amazon. Amazon will get it to me in 8 minutes. The Google store, you don't even know. Like, that's being transferred between multiple things. Like, that's stupid.
No.
It's dumb. Like,
But I've had that with Facebook as well, Brie. All of a sudden, every time I opened the Facebook app or I opened Facebook, it automatically put me in Marketplace instead of my feed or whatever. It automatically did it. It was so frustrating. Tried to go in the settings to get rid of the Marketplace. It did not work. Every time. I don't want to use tires. I don't care. Use washing machine. Oh, come on. And you'd have to manually go out of it and then go to your feed. That was so bad. Good try, but
Matthew doesn't want your tires.
Nope. I don't like it. But that's all of them. They make the settings so convoluted that it's not.
Washers.
All right, I'm gonna sign off. Sign off.
Yeah, we gotta go watch some porn. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next Monday for the next day that Bree talks about random stuff. Thank you to Matthew, Jorn, Alicia, Vaughn, and that's all I can remember off the top of my head because I left my phone on the treadmill.
That's all of them.
Huh?
That's all.
Oh, so